See, I gave 2 episodes without telling anything, and the material that I got back was actually the exact one I wanted. The first time I posted small videos on social media, the reaction was majestic. That from a page would like be on average of 1,000, we went and caught like 240, 50k, for example, which was like unheard of. That kind of audience, people were just like sharing it with their friends, and I got people say like, "Oh my God, I've seen you on TikTok. Like, this is hilarious." I am Bleon Hasani, the creator, producer, and host of Buchi Podcast. One of the first Albanian podcasts, but definitely the best one yet. Buchi Podcast, just like a great majority of podcasts, is focused on talking about sensitive topics, sometimes economical topics, financial topics, but all of this though in an Albanian context. There was a time where I was in dire need of creating short videos and reels to like spread my content, spread my message, and maybe funny moments or whatsoever. Vullnet just decided to jump to the occasion, and after we met, he actually schooled me very much on what I actually wanted, not what I thought I wanted. I needed much more than just videos. I needed a person who would actually think of a marketing strategy for me. He schooled me also on branding topics, like what colors I needed to use or how did I need to use. Like he told me what I needed to pick. He told me what I needed to think about. He told me what information he needed for him to actually get the best product out, which I personally, as an engineer in my other life, find to be very, very productive when I know exactly what a person needs. It wasn't actually a problem that I was having. Everything was going fine. If we want to be like 100% honest to ourselves, but within me, like I wanted more. I wanted a greater reach, and I wanted to achieve something faster, or at least that's what I thought. But it turns out that I was doing a couple of things wrong. I was not being consistent. I didn't have a brand with colors and specific with people could recognize. I didn't have a specific way of making short videos, for example. I did not have any timetable or whatsoever. I didn't have the time to do the research myself. Plus, this is why we pay people. I was not in the hunt for somebody to give me this service, but I was asking people like if they knew somebody who would do this, and a couple of people answered before Vullnet. Veliaj answered, to be honest, and I didn't like any of them. And I do not mean that personally, I mean that professionally, because these people were not consistent on what they were saying. One of them, which was consistent, which I liked everything about the professionality, the way he was doing the video material was not in my taste, was like not anything I wanted. It was photo and text-to-speech audio thingies that I was absolutely not interested. I wanted short videos from my episodes. I had 2 other people who asked me what I was paying before even talking to me, like what I wanted, and then the last one, because if you have patience you always win, was Vullnet, who said that he would be interested to try that out, like to do like 1, 2, 3, 4 small videos for me to use as trials to see like how they do, if I like them, and yeah, after that we could talk about it, and that's what I did. I was like, wow, This is exactly what I would have done. I would just said to somebody, yeah, let me give you something. Let me give you like a little bit of a taste, and we can talk about it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's my investment into to this. It's okay. But if you like it, we'll talk about it. And I did actually like it. See, I gave 2 episodes without telling anything about those episodes. I didn't say what was on the episodes. I didn't say which moments should be taken out. I only gave it 2 episodes, and the material that I got back was actually the exact one I wanted. Not only was the performance there to making the short videos as a trial, but even the feelings, like the gut feeling that the person had to choose the right moment to cut. That was also on point, and it was on point on every video that came after that. And that's what struck me out, and I thought like, okay, we're moving on with this. To put it into perspective, like to make the whole progress more visible, especially like in numbers, like talking about KPIs and all of that. An average post on Instagram, for example, would go from 500 to 700 views, usually. Back then the page had 2,000. And 2 months in to the implementation, we went next to 3,000 followers, but the reels were getting like double the amount of views. And like 10 times the amount of likes, and people were commenting, and people were starting sharing it in a story was never seen before. People found it interesting. People were sending it to anybody, and like the absolute smash, and it happened on TikTok. Like I would have 400, 700, 1,000 a little bit if I was very lucky with my content before. And after this, like I had 200, 100k, 70k, 60k. People were just like sharing it with their friends, and I got people say like, "Oh my God, I've seen you on TikTok. Like this is hilarious." I was not used to that, and people have actually seen it because a lot of people have shared it. People have saved it, and like that algorithm gets fed like that, and only those videos have that kind of reach because it's so well made. It's like eye candy, and it's good for your ears, and the message is there. So we're talking in the social media, from the worst numbers are I got 2 to 3 times better, and the best numbers is obviously like 10,000 times better. So that may seem not real to a lot of people, but that is very easy to fact check just by going to the social media pages and like looking into the dates. The most appealing thing about the services, so to speak, of Vullnet Veliaj is the professionality and the cool-headedness, if that's even a word. But you will have like a major problem. You would have like I don't know, something is very, very wrong, and Vullnet will always be cool-headed. Always like, well, let's analyze. It's like, why is this as it is? Like, why is this happening, or why is this not happening? And would just go through all the process and like try to disassemble the great thing to understand what is wrong and what needs to be changed. I think that's fascinating. I would post something whenever I felt like it, and he introduced this timetable that was like very, very specific, like very detailed about when I should post which video with what description. And the first time I posted small videos on social media, and on TikTok and like YouTube Shorts and whatnot, the reaction was majestic. Like I couldn't even believe it, because I I thought I wanted this to make it better, but when I actually had it, and then people were messaging me, like a lot of early listeners, and like, well, yeah, like you have gone a long way from doing this and doing that, and now you are actually just like taking your own time, and everything is looking so professional. Well, it was great, in short words. From the implementation of all the things that I have done with Vullnet, it has helped me greatly in understanding also, like while recording the podcast, I now have the idea on the back of my mind. Like I have the marketing on my mind. I know when a great moment is, and I remember that easier now because I know this moment will go further on. Although the direct help was massive and we got some great numbers, to be honest. We got some like really peak performance videos that from a page would like be on average of 1,000. We went and caught like 250k, for example, which was like unheard of, that kind of audience. And well, as much as that was like great and was like immediate, the result you could see and you could touch it and make you feel good, but I still to this day think that the biggest help I got from the solutions and the implementation of them was like the whole background information that I got and how much more I know now than ever before. And obviously the solution has saved me like a lot of money that I would have used for like a lot of people for different things, and I just got the package all in one, and increased the productivity because especially like when we started and I like lifted that weight off my back, I recorded like 5 or 6 times more episodes than I was up until that point. So yeah, it was a great success, to be honest. I have been very impressed with that. I would definitely be working again with Vullnet because I know there is somebody I can like lean on. You know, it's like I can trust with a couple of things. I can trust with my own mistakes and my own mischiefs and misgivings. For example, it's a professional that will tell me what I'm not doing, say to my face. Not interested directly in money, but getting paid for a very well product. So I like that, and I know that if I miss something, I will be told I missed anything and not just let it slip away and come back after the product is out. So absolutely, with all my soul.
Bucim, bu, CH, CHI, bu, CHI,
Ne podcast.